Eve, it still amazes me at how many people just don't seem to understand the importance of gender in our society today.
Adam, I think the same thing about human sexuality. We live in such a wonderfully diverse world, yet people are still hung up on sexual binaries.
Sad, but true, Eve.
I guess that's why it's so important for us to be around. Without us, people would keep on thinking antiquated and unscientific thoughts about both sexual orientation and gender expression.
Without us, Dr. Misogyny would prevail.
I just don't get why you are so determined to get me to do the housework when you have so much time off.
Oh come on, I do plenty of things around the house.
Like what?
You know, like stuff. I fixed the toilet last week.
Yeah, but you flooded the bathroom in the process. I don't know if we'll ever get that smell out of that room. I thought men were supposed to be good at that stuff.
Hey, I'm sorry that my father spent more time at work than teaching me plumbing. Besides, that's why I have a job, so I can pay someone.
Oh really? So why can't we just pay someone to come clean the house? I mean, just using your logic and all.
Well, you know. Women should want to do housework. Isn't that the way things are supposed to be?
Wow. My plan is working. I knew that conversation at lunch about traditional female roles would strike a chord with Frank. Men are just so easy to manipulate. I mean, come on. All it takes is one teensy-weensy suggestion and they're willing to go right back to the Stone Age. Ha 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 ha.
Is that?
It is.
Dr.
Misogyny.
Not this again?
What?
Why do you have to fight me all the time on how we raise our kids?
I just don't think you're raising them right. Besides, what do men really know about raising children anyway? It's not like you had home economics in high school, did you?
That's where you're wrong. Not only did I take home economics, I got a 95% in the course. Made the best darn blueberry pie my teacher had ever tasted.
So, why don't you cook for your family then?
I barbecue.
I said cook, not throw a hunk of meat on a grill while throwing a couple of beers back with your friends.
Wait a second. I resemble that remark. What in effort %? Are you two doing in my house?
Your house?
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh I do I? From what I can tell you seem to think everything is yours.
I do not do that.
Oh really?
I
you
was
don't do
simply
that.
reacting to
And
the
who says
barging in
the
of
word
strangers into
domicile
our
in the
domicile.
21st century? Who do you think you are, Shakespeare now?
Oh, dear Captain Gender. I think we have arrived too late.
Sadly, I think you may be right. Let me explain. We are Atomic Eve and Captain Gender. We fly around the world explaining the joys of sexual orientation and gender expression.
We heard the distress signal and got here as fast as we could. But I'm afraid Dr. Misogyny.
Doctor
Who?
Doctor Who is a British television series and involves a TARDIS. Or TARDIS. I really don't see the comparison.
I am so lost right now.
You ain't the only one.
Let's start over, shall we? Doris, Frank, why don't you two sit on the couch? My colleague Atomic Eve was explaining that Dr. Misogyny, the arch-supervillain, has somehow infiltrated this household.
That is correct, Captain Gender. I can smell his putrid stench in the air.
Yes, that vile smell is so palpable. Clearly, Dr. Misogyny has been attempting to influence how you two relate to each other as a couple and as a family.
Dr. Misogyny's goal in life is to prevent gender egalitarianism.
Gender what?
Gender egalitarianism is the belief that there should be equality across genders. You see, Dr. Misogyny wants both of you to believe in strict, rigid gender roles. and right now, he's winning, and you don't even know that you've been infected by his ideas.
That's right, Atomic Eve. Dr. Misogyny wants men to be misogynist.
What's that?
The hatred, dislike, or mistrust of women, and can be manifested in numerous ways: sexual discrimination, denigration of women, violence against women, and sexual objectification of women.
Well, I don't hate, dislike, or mistrust my wife.
Unfortunately, Frank, many times misogyny starts simple. Like having the belief that women should do housework and men should do yard work. When men think these ideals are real, they are discriminating against women without even thinking that it is discrimination.
Oh, I guess, I never really thought about it like that.
But, what if I like doing housework, and he likes doing yard work?
Then, that's fine. As long as both of you, as a couple, negotiate these behaviors in an effort to achieve equality within the relationship.
Well, Frank?
Yeah? I guess, we have some talking to do. The last thing we want to do is pass on gender inequality to our children.
Mom? Dad? What happened to our door?
You may have won this round, Atomic Eve and Captain Gender, but you haven't won the war.